the shot you're missing is left, it's going to be possibly club face related, because that club face has a little bit of an up in the air shut face to it. And I'm saying the reason that is because you don't have, you've got a cupped wrist. Okay, that equals shut. So at the top of the swing, from this view, then we'll see how that club face is pointing more up in the air. Okay. So a lot of this can get fixed if we learn about that wrist joint right there. Okay. So if you're fighting that, and again, that's not over the top. I'm not saying we're not going to find a swing or two that didn't go over the top, but see, that club face is pointing down, kind of shut too on the way back. That's a little shut.
Yep.
The number one thing that influences a golf ball is the club face. Indisputable. Okay. So you've got a very bowed wrist at the top. Doesn't mean you can't play with it. Doesn't mean you can't hit good golf shots because you're a good athlete. Got good hand-eye coordination. Above average handicapper in the big world of golf. But the club face, you can't release that club if it's shut. If you go ahead and freely release it, you're going to hit it left. The only question then is, where are you aimed? But again, that is not over the top. Nothing over the top about that move.
It just seems like I start, they talk about, downswing starting from the ground up, and it seems like I start from the shoulder down.
Well, see, you're overanalyzing, because that has nothing to do with the club face or the swing path. It's something that would help somebody, but I think most of the golfers that know enough about the golf swing to be dangerous, as I put you in that category, you start overanalyzing a little bit, and then you got just a little bit. You see, you can't really, you're trying not to release that subconsciously. So your hands can't turn over. That's kind of a chicken wing, right? So because you got this shot in your head, you can't release. And if you ever do, it's going left. So you're blocking it. You're just playing golf by blocking it. That's why you don't feel like you can get up here. It's because you feel subconscious, as it may be. You're holding the club face down there because it's shut during your swing. If we're playing shut, the best way to play golf is open, square, close. If you're going back square, you better not close it on the way to the ball. You better hold it, and that's what you're doing there. So it kind of starts right there. Because again, I'm not saying you can't hit it over the top.
Is that grip related, or?
No. Your grip is, I wouldn't call your grip high priority. Let's look at some of the drivers here. Now, drivers, I'm always curious about the driver swings too, because, a lot of times our results are totally different from driver. To irons. You got a lot of guys that yank their irons and they slice their driver. But you're a little erratic. See, that club face is shut again. So we don't expect anything to be much different. So, and then we're going to take, I'm just looking at everything I'm talking about with your swing in very general terms right now, right? But then we're going to throw on top of that what you are trying to do with your swing and the club face and your ball flight. So you're trying to create an open face impact with a shut face. Okay. So when you do it, you're going to have to hold on more. You're going to, what'd you say, you open the club face? No, you open your stance, right? And then swing across the ball to create that. But you're going to have to hold on to it. And then, from swing to swing, that can vary.
Yeah.
It's undependable. All of a sudden, it turns into a big old slice, right? So So some of the decisions to be made are, see that club face? Now that's a little bit of a toe hit too, I noticed, but you see that face is still open. That's a product of you hitting a little bit on the toe and then torquing open. Okay. So some of those misses to the right have to do with toe hits, but you're going to watch. It's difficult for you to release that club. That's a better release than before, than with the iron. Picture's so fuzzy. So what do you see in your swing there that you've seen it on video before? What do you like? What do you not like?
I'm not sure what I like or don't like.
You don't like your ball flight being.
I feel like I'm still I feel like I'm doing this a little bit.
Yeah, you got a little.
Instead of reaching out to it.
Well, if you look here, see your.
My left arm seems to want to collapse.
It's not bad. The club kind of gets flipped ahead of the hands a little bit there, but that's not terrible. We can't draw our standards to. Even here, I don't see that much. It's really not that much over the top. It really isn't.
No, not that one. That's one.
Yeah.
No, it's not like I do it every time.
I know, but you're somewhat obsessed about it based on our discussion.
If you lose 15 balls in a round of golf, you're going to get obsessed about it.
Yeah. Well, I guess the good news I have for you is that it's not because you're over the top. It's because you're club face. So I think the first thing I have to do with you is show you about a club face that is more square that you can freely release. And then let your athletic ability. If you can release it, you can get more speed. If you're hitting it like this, blocking it, because you're worried about that all the time, that's a speed dissipator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We get it released, but we can't have the face shut and release it because then it's going left. And you've got a favorite little power fade in your mind that you want to have because of the ball, especially those irons going left so much. So you kind of built in you're trying to get the club high and around you to fade it, which tells us that you're trying to think about the club coming in slightly open, and then here you are working against that with it being shot. Okay, so let's kind of try to match that up a little bit, and just as a starting point, it's going to start with really a takeaway and a top of the swing check. See if we can get it cupped a little bit, and let's see where that takes us.